April 10th, 2026. We had a continuation of upward momentum in the NASDAQ today. Before the market opened, we were highly aware that the momentum and our bias was to the upside. So when we see upward moves, and when we see full alignment upward moves, you maybe want to take a little bit larger size. You want to it's called dynamic risk, dynamic sizing, dynamic risk, which means if we have a setup that's really good, really special, happens maybe once or twice a day, or maybe for some people strategies 2 or 3 times a week, it's different depending on who you are. There's some strategies out there where the perfect setup only happens once a month or once a quarter, And dynamic sizing says when we see something that's really nice and strong, we might want to take a larger size than we normally do. Let's go over the price action today. And let's just look at where was there a full alignment. We're just going to go over the full alignments that occurred. And then we're going to talk about something else if it comes to my mind, but that's where we're going to stick for now. Let's look at the previous market day. Here's the previous market day on a 5-minute chart, okay? We have our previous day low, and then we have our pre-market low. Medium blue is pre-market low, light blue is the previous day. And then we have the previous day high, which is right here, and then the pre-market high, which came up to here. So this is where we establish our levels using a 5-minute chart. It's very easy to only takes 30 seconds to do it. So now that we've got our previous day low, previous day high, pre-market low, pre-market high, we're ready to start the day, right? So we come into the day. Let's see if we see any alignments. Let's see if we see anything interesting with playing off of these levels here. You can already see, just use your eyes. Isn't it funny how the price is playing off of these levels? Look. I mean, yeah, some of it will be coincidence, but a lot of it is because there's a lot of orders sitting here. There's a lot of liquidity orders, literally buy and sell orders that are sitting there dormant, ready to be activated. And that's what we call resting liquidity. Okay, so we have a pre-market open. We're going to look at the alignment together and see what's going on. 2 hour is going down. So if we find a time in the day where everything is going down, that's a huge grand alignment. It's a full fractal alignment. We don't look for those. That's just extra. What we do care about is the 30-minute. We want to respect the 30-minute momentum at all times. The market opens with 30-minute momentum going up. Okay, so we're looking for upward opportunities right off the bat. Right when the market opens, we normally don't take trades when the market opens. We wait about 15 to 20 minutes for things to settle down because things can be so crazy in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the market. It can really be crazy. Going down on a smaller time frame like the 30-second or the 15-second chart can give you a clearer read and can give you better trades. So keep that in mind. But on the 1-minute chart, which is how we trade the 1-minute chart during the first 15, 30 minutes to an hour. That's how we operate. And let's look for an alignment. We're looking for an upward opportunity. Like I said, 30 minutes going up. Do we see an upward opportunity? We're going to skip this because this is all chop. And then we need a volume confluence. It happened right here. But the 5-minute was not aligned. This 5-minute is now going down. This is not aligned to the upside yet. We're just trying to see, is everything aligned to the upside? Does that happen today? That's what we're asking. We're just asking a question. See, now this is aligning to the upside. But by the time that happens, we don't get a volume confluence. We don't get any entry trigger here. We sort of... Yeah, no, we didn't. Nothing yet. No alignment yet. Nothing yet. We're just waiting for everything to be going the same direction, basically. What do you see here? Now the 5-minute is starting to go up. Not in the green yet. This 5-minute is going up. 5-minute going up. And if you're looking ahead, you can already see where I'm going with this. Look what happened right here. What do you know? What do you see right there? A volume confluence, the momentum now aligning to the upside, but it's special because now the 5-minute twins are aligned to the upside. Before they were not. Before they were in the red, they were not in the green, not expanding. There was no alignment. The only thing out of alignment right here in this trade, if you enter right here at the close of this candle for a long position, it goes up, you take profit right there, boom, you win, right? If you take that trade, the only thing that's not in alignment is the 2-hour and then the 15. 15 is in the green, but it's not expanding in the direction of the trade. So everything else, the 5-minute twins and the 30, those are all aligned. And that's what's important. That's the foundation. That's the bare minimum you want. You don't want to take anything with less than those. And as those others start to align, the 15 and the 2-hour, now you're really getting into a position where you can be putting on some risk. Some real risk. Okay. I'm going to show you the next alignment that happened in the day, which is... we're getting close. Right here. Right here. Why? This 5-minute is in the green finally. This 5-minute is working up. It's not in the green yet, but at least it's working up. They're aligned. 15-minute is working up. This is a huge alignment. And look, what do you know? We get way more than our normal target. Target is this first tick right here, which is like a 0.6R. But we went all the way up to 3R, 2.5R. This is a huge win right there. I wonder if it had anything to do with the momentum being aligned. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next alignment that occurs. When does the next alignment occur? When we want the 15 to be in the red. Now it just watch the 15. Keep your eyes right here. Watch this. Hasn't crossed over yet. Now it starts to cross over. We should be on the 2-minute chart now because we're in the middle of the day. Okay, now it starts to cross over. Now we're waiting for an alignment on this execution time frame, which is the 2-minute chart. And look what we get right here. Volume confluence, the momentum starts to align right here. It's not going up anymore. Up, leveling off, falling down. And all of these are going down. This is an alignment to the downside. The only thing that's not aligned right here is the 30. The 30 is not. This is the only thing that's missing out. Everything else is doing good. That's why this is such a powerful trade right here. Such a good win. That was a few examples from today. We could go forward, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to discuss with you one last thing. Keep an eye on VWAP and how it plays around with the price. And as you're watching how the VWAP plays around with price, how price plays around with VWAP, rather, you also want to be watching these critical levels. The pre-market low, you want to be watching the previous day high. Look at how the liquidity bounced around previous day's high. That's not a coincidence. There's a section here where there's a lot of orders, a lot of institutional liquidity are around this level right now in the NASDAQ. And just look at how these levels play with price. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one.